What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 471st episode of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is Thursday, June 20th, 2019. The weekend is almost here. Hope you guys have had a good week. We're streaming live to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, so however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. All right, let's go ahead and get right to it. Women expect things to just happen because they're women. They think they deserve the best of everything, including men, just because they're female and they might have a great body. Then they wake up one day and they're 43 years old, they're alone, they're childless, and then they have the gall to ask, why am I not married? Well, the answer is that they didn't pay the price. And even if they did pay the price, they didn't want to continue paying that price. You see, ladies, finding and keeping a man of value requires effort from start to finish. Women do not understand that in 2019. They expect high-value men to just flock to them because they're women. They expect high-value men to stick around even though they maintain friendships with all their ex-boyfriends. They expect high-value men to love them unconditionally even though she's gaining weight every month. They expect high-value men to tolerate their bad behavior and keep them around regardless of how they act or their attitudes. When they have this rude awakening in their late 30s, early 40s, they get bitter and they blame everyone but themselves. Ladies, if you're watching, this one's for you. There is a price that you need to pay to make a man of value want to keep you around. That's how this goes. For the record, I know you're not going to pay this price, but now that this episode is in existence, you can't say you didn't know, you can't say I didn't warn you. So there are 8 main things, 8 main costs, 8 main prices that women have to pay to get and to keep a man of value around. There are many more, but these are the main ones. Number 1, you got to keep in shape. Looks are important to us, ladies. It is, as a matter of fact, it is the most important thing. Doesn't matter how accomplished you are. Doesn't matter about your personality. Doesn't matter how much money and success you have. If you're fat, if you are unattractive, we are not interested. No, we're not looking for 9s and 10s. We don't expect you to just be drop dead, devastatingly gorgeous and beautiful. We don't expect you to look like, a supermodel. We don't expect you to look like Scarlett Johansson. But we do expect you to maintain a decent shape, as in not fat. And I'm not talking about thick. Oh, no. Oh, no. You need to maintain an excellent feminine figure. If not, we're not interested. I don't care what you say. Listen, you can call us shallow. You can insult us. You can do all. Listen, that's not going to change our motivations. Men of value don't want overweight women, period. That's just how it is. You want a man who can't keep his hands off of you? Stop eating junk food. You want a man who wants to have sex with you all the time? Hit the gym 5 times a week. You want a man who wants to show you off and take you places? Make better food choices. Keeping the attraction of a man of value has a price. It does not come for free. So if you want attractive men to find you attractive, there is a cost. If you do not pay the price, attractive men will not find you attractive. Bottom line. Number 2, be trustworthy. Men of value do not commit to women who sleep around. Men of value do not commit to women who keep their phone under lock and key. You want a man to trust you? There is a price to be paid. I'm going to say that a lot, ladies. Get used to this. This is going to be a recurring theme. And the price you pay is giving him access to your phone at all times. Oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Well, listen, if you're not ready to give up your phone, then you're not ready for a relationship. Nothing wrong. It just means you're not ready. You want to maintain the trust of an attractive man? Tell him who you're texting when he asks, and don't give him attitude about it. If you want his commitment, he has a right to know. If you think he doesn't have a right to know, then you don't want his commitment. Again, that's not a crime, but you can't have it both ways. If you want a man to trust you, tell him where you are, what you are doing, and who you are doing it with before he has to ask you. Men of value do not commit to women that they have to wonder about. Ladies, take all the mystery out of it and tell him where you are, what you're doing, and when you'll be done. Now, most of the time, he's not going to ask you. Why, might you ask? Because he's got other options. If he has to ask you where you are, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, and when you're going to be home all the time, he's going to bounce because you've now become a headache for him to deal with. Girls always ask this question: where have all the good men gone? You know what? I'm feeling altruistic today. Uncle Donovan is going to tell you where all the good men have gone. They're with the girls who aren't Facebook and Instagram attention seekers. They're with the girls who have cut off all contact with their exes, and this means serious relationships, one-night stands, hookups, friends with benefits. They're with the girls who stay off social media. They're with the girls who are upfront about what they're doing, where they are, and who they're doing it with. The high-value men, they're with the girls who have no problem handing them their phones when they ask to see it. Men of value, men with options, they're with the girls who aren't at the club, who aren't at the bar every weekend. They're with the girls who don't still have accounts on Tinder, Bumble, Plenty of Fish, Match.com, Christian Mingle, Farmers Only. They're with the girls who don't lie to them. They're with the girls who proactively earned their trust. I'll say it again. They are with the girls who proactively earned their trust. If you want attractive men to trust you, there is a price to be paid. If you are not willing to pay that price, that's fine. Most women aren't. But don't come crying to me when you're 39 and still single talking about where have all the good men gone. Don't cry about not getting something of value for free because at the end of the day, you didn't want it bad enough, because if you did, you would have understood the cost and paid the price. Number 3, put your needs before his. Ladies, don't get selfish, right? Listen, you guys get everything. Quit making it all about you. What can he do for me? Ladies, you already have the world at your feet. You want high value men to stick around? Do right by him. If you take care of a man of value, he will take care of you. Quid pro quo. Why doesn't he take care of me? Because you don't take care of him. Well, he should do it first to prove it. Nah, baby girl. Oh, no, not the way it works. You should do it first because you're the one who needs his commitment. He doesn't need yours. You see, ladies, your commitment is a luxury to him. It does have the potential to elevate his life, but trust and believe he does not need your commitment. His commitment to you, however, is a necessity. And how do we know women need men more than men need women? Because men aren't writing articles about why they're still single at 38 years old. Being single at 38 is being in the driver's seat as a man. Men aren't depressed that they're 45 and unmarried. Oh, no. We celebrate it. We love women. There's no doubt about it. But trust me when I tell you, we don't need you or your commitment to be content. It is the other way around. And that is why you need to take the first step and take care of us first. That is how this works. That is the price that you pay if you want the commitment of a man of value. Number 4, never, ever suggest or ask him to go to the bar or the club with your girls, and never ask or suggest that you go out with your girls for a weekend beach trip or some sort of weekend Vegas trip without you. Ladies, we're not stupid. We know what happens when you're with your friends at clubs, bars, beaches in Vegas. Guys, I can't count how many wives and girlfriends I slept with in Vegas. I've slept with girls who had boyfriends. She was on a girls' trip. I've slept with wives who were in town for a conference. We know what happens. The minute you mention to a man of value, a man with options, that this is something you want to do, guess what happens? He's already mentally checking out. He knows you're trying to get male attention and will probably sleep with someone else. And oh, by the way, asking his permission does exactly the same thing. You see, by asking him, you're telling him that this is what you want. And if this is what you want, he's going to check out and he's probably going to just dump you. Oh, he's going to tell you that you can go, right? If he's a man of value, he's going to tell you can go because he knows that the fact that you asked permission in the first place indicates the need for male attention other than his. He knows that he can't really, he doesn't want to control you. He doesn't want to tell you what you can or can't do. He wants you to make the right decision of your own free will and volition. So if you ask him, he's going to tell you yeah. And if he has trained you properly, you will know that if you engage in this kind of behavior, then you no longer have his commitment. But when you get back, he's not going to be the same. And it won't be long before he tells you, well, we need to go our separate ways. Then you'll wonder why he dropped you like a hot potato and whine to your girlfriends, I don't know what I did wrong. I asked his permission, but they know what you did wrong. Oh, yes, they do. You spent the night with some hot Russian guy at the Bellagio and didn't see your friends until the next morning when you met them at Denny's, having just come from the Walgreens pharmacy downstairs, picking up that Plan B pill because you forgot to tell Alexei to use a condom. A man of value is never going to put a gun to your head because he knows he doesn't have to. So when you ask him permission to willingly put yourself in situations that will inevitably lead to cheating, don't act like you don't know why. Don't act like you don't know why he didn't pick you up from the airport on Sunday night. Plenty of ways to contribute to the show, guys. You can do that via Super Chat, or you can go to Streamlabs, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. Again, that is streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. You guys know that I don't answer Super Chats live on the air, derails the show. I'll answer those questions as best I can. But if you want a more thorough answer, become a $5 patron and you will get access to my nightly show, my nightly live call-in show, TSR Prime Time with Donovan Sharpe. That is 6:30 Monday through Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll get to call in, you'll get to ask questions, you'll get a more thorough answer. I'm not going to spend too much time shilling today. Let's go ahead and get right back into it. Number 5, do not talk about your interactions with men. OMG, Kevin in sales just won't leave me alone. Or, OMG, Jeremy at the coffee shop is always trying to talk to me. Newsflash, ladies, we know why men talk to you, especially if you're attractive. And we know that we know why men talk to you. Like, we're not stupid. So the only reason why you like to mention this guy and that who talked to you, emailed you, DM'd you, asked you to lunch and so forth, is to make yourself look more attractive to us. But here's another news flash. It doesn't. You see, ladies, sexual attraction is not symmetrical. We know it. You don't. It doesn't make you more attractive when we see pictures of you surrounded by a bunch of guys. We know seeing pictures of us surrounded by a bunch of girls, right on cue, we know that makes you more attractive. We know that makes us more attractive to you. It does not make you more attractive to us when you bombard us with all the dudes who want to sleep with you. It makes you sound try-hard. And it also makes us think, well, why do these men think they can sleep with her? Is this something she's encouraging? Right? Is there something she's doing that's stringing him along? Now, women might say, well, you don't know if I encourage attention or string guys along, and you'd be right. We don't know. But that's the point. We don't know means there's doubt in our minds. And if there's doubts in our minds, we check out. We don't want a woman that we got to think about all the time. That's just how it is. Stop talking about all the guys who want to date you. It's not cute, it's not attractive, and it lets us know that you're not discouraging male attention as vigilantly as you need to, like a woman who wants the commitment of a man of value. Number 6. Do not entertain conversations with other men in his presence. Ladies, I'm here to tell you this is flat out disrespectful behavior. And no, I'm not talking about if the two of you are at a dinner party or a get together and you guys are talking to another couple. No. I'm talking about the one-on-one interactions with men that you like to characterize as harmless or benign. You're at the gas station with your guy and another guy comes up and asks you which way the mall is and you answer him. You're having dinner and the waiter is trying to sneak tip flirt with you and you reciprocate with what you'll rationalize later on as an innocent interaction that'll never lead to anything. When you're flying somewhere and you're yucking it up with the male flight attendant or the dude sitting next to you. Again, high value men, they're not going to call you out on this stuff, ladies. We're just going to let you be the life of the party with your outgoing personality and your extroverted disposition. and then drop you for a woman who knows it's disrespectful and unbecoming of a lady to talk to other men while in the presence of your man. Like I said before, we know why men talk to you, and we know why you know why men talk to you. Feigning ignorance in this area to give yourself permission to keep that for sale sign in the yard ain't gonna fly with men who have themselves together and have options other than you. Number 7, do not, I repeat, do not talk about your sexual past. Listen, ladies, we know you've slept with a lot of guys. We know you've had one-night stands. We know you've had more than your share of men. We know all of that. But talking about it, and sometimes outright bragging about it, is not only a huge turnoff, it makes you look and sound like someone who is proud to have been promiscuous over an extended period of time. So long as we're not privy to the details, we can concentrate on who you are trying to be now rather than who you were in the past. Girls steady talk about, well, quit worrying about my past. My past doesn't matter, and this and that. Number 1, your past absolutely does matter. Number 2, we wouldn't dwell on your past if you didn't talk about your past. Women are always perplexed as to why men are so hung up on their body count or the guy she's hooked up with in the past. The reason for this is that you talk about it. And 9 times out of 10, you do it unsolicited, meaning we didn't ask about it. High value men don't ask about your sexual past for a reason. We know that your list of men is long and distinguished. We don't want or need to know about these things. But let's keep it 100 here, ladies, shall we? The reason you say out of the blue, so I dated this guy who used to be an adult film star a few years back, or this one guy hooked up with was unbelievable in bed, is to make yourself look more attractive and experienced. Once again, this is inverse projection. Your female hindbrain is running on autopilot in the background thinking, well, he slept with a lot of girls, and that turns me on because I know that other girls find him attractive, so the same must apply to me. But how do I let him know that? How do I let him know that I too have had a lot of sexual experience? How do I become as attractive to him as he is attractive to me? Oh, wait, I know. I'll mention all my past boyfriends and hookups and he'll be just as attracted to me as I am him. Wrong answer. I said it before and I'll say it again. Sexual attraction is not symmetrical. The things that make us attractive to you are not the same things that make you attractive to us. Think of it this way. Maybe I need to simplify this for a little bit. And listen carefully. If something about a guy turns you on, okay, then the opposite about you turns him on. You like guys who are extroverted, outgoing, and socially dominant. That means that guys like this are into girls who are introverted, reserved, and socially submissive, meaning you don't speak unless spoken to. You're attracted to guys who are into hyper-masculine hobbies like fighting, shooting guns, and working on cars. That means these guys like girls who are into feminine hobbies like cooking, reading, and gardening. You're turned on by men who don't need women. You like the fact that he's not thirsty. Guess what? These men like it when you make it clear through your words and actions that you are interested in him. They don't like it when women play hard to get or try to play mind games. That's a turn off, ladies. It turns you on when we do it, but the same thing turns men off. You're aroused by men who have slept with a lot of women. Those men are aroused by women who haven't slept around. You see how this works? The formula here, ladies, is whatever turns you on about him, the polar opposite will turn him on about you. Simple math. But since all men, high value or otherwise, know that most women have slept with men into the double and sometimes triple digits, do yourself a favor. Don't brag or talk about your sexual past. Seriously, it's like a prosecuting attorney who knows you're guilty, but because he doesn't have any evidence or a confession, he can't charge you with a crime. Nobody, no crime doesn't necessarily mean a murder didn't happen. It just means he can't prove it. Be that defendant who knows she's guilty but has the discipline and the wherewithal not to confess directly or indirectly to the crime, and you should be okay. Number 8, the last and final and probably one of the most important prices that you need to pay. Never turn him down for sex. This is the main area where women go wrong. They think that not having sex with him makes him want to try harder or get back in line. Not how it works. Not with high-value men, not with men with options. Men with options like it when their significant others don't turn them down for sex. Well, why is that, Donovan? Because we like sex. Women try to use sex to control men and relationship because Cosmopolitan magazine told them so. Because bold author Amy Horton told them to. Their perpetually single friends told them to. Their twice divorced mothers told them to. Here's a thought. Stop taking relationship advice from women who are not in good relationships. You wouldn't take financial advice from a homeless man, would you? You wouldn't take diet advice from a fat guy, would you? So why in the hell would you take relationship advice from women who sleep around, can't keep a boyfriend, and are always embroiled with some sort of drama involving men? And these are those same women who endorse withholding sex from their men are always the first ones who cry about, my boyfriend cheated on me. Men are dogs. Yeah, men are dogs, and dogs need sex just like men. But what if I have a headache, Donovan? Take an Advil and take one for the team. Well, what if I'm not in the mood? What if his hot blonde coworker is? Well, what if I'm on my period? You've got more than one opening, sweetheart. You better handle it, or another woman will. Sex is the number one factor in terms of keeping a man of value committed to you. If you withhold sex from him for any reason at all, you are out the door. Don't go crying to your friends when your boyfriend cheats on you because you withheld sex from him. That's on you. Ladies, you can't expect good relationships to just happen. Yes, we as men, we need to step up our game too. I'm sure you guys are putting all that in the comments. But that's why this very show exists. This is one of the very few shows that I do that tells women what they need to do. I've done all other episodes, how to step up your game, get in shape, get your financial house in order. I've done it. I've done all of that. So before you ladies start bellyaching, well, men need to do it too. That's what the Sharpe reality is literally predicated upon. So miss me with that nonsense. I teach men how to hold themselves accountable. I teach men how to hold themselves to a higher standard. I teach men how to strive for excellence. I teach men to never be complacent and always be looking to improve themselves. But y'all need to do the same thing. And you need to understand that being a good woman is one thing. Staying a quality female and maintaining that quality, that takes work. That means not going out drinking with your friends. This means getting up at 5 a.m. to squat to keep your butt, legs, and stomach tight. This means giving up all autonomy. Good relationships cost, ladies. The problem is you're not willing to pay the price, but then you still want the good relationship. You want the great body without giving up junk food and working out every day. You want the trust without having to proactively earn it. You want to be treated like a lady without being required to act like one. You can't have it both ways. You think you can, but you can't. You think you are, but you aren't. Okay, so you're not trustworthy. You're a little bit fat, and you don't act like a lady, but you still get sexual attention. Must I remind you again, ladies, that a man's sexual attraction is not an indicator of the desire to commit to you? When are you guys going to learn that just because he wants to have sex with you doesn't mean he wants to commit to you? If you are not willing to pay the price and do what's necessary to be in a good relationship, cool. Listen, keep having fun. Let the good times roll. I'm not mad at you. But don't act surprised that you're still unmarried and childless at 42, lying to yourselves and everyone around you that you're the happiest you've ever been. You're having the time of your life and all the rest of that. Like most people, we all know you're full of it.